It's time to piss some people off.
Today on the show.
Good morning, scallywags. Now, Dee and I have talked about this topic
for a while now.
Since the beginning. I mean, the very, very beginning of the show, we talked about getting into conspiracies. And of course, you can't get into conspiracies without covering the one we're going to cover today. And we're coming out swinging. This is one of the big ones, the biggest one.
This is the biggest one right now.
For some reason.
Because apparently, the last 10 years, people have, with common sense, have decided to check out.
Yeah. In 500 BC, Pythagoras was the first person to really come out with the fact that the Earth is a globe.
Mm-hmm.
But now, for some reason, 2,600 years later, 700 years, 2,518 years later, people don't believe that he was right.
Not counting the myriad of other proofs that we have that he was right.
No, it's all wrong.
It's all wrong. It's all wrong. So we're going to get into the top 10 reasons why flat earthers believe they are right. And then we're going to give you some anecdotal evidence to disprove that.
Yeah, so if you are yourself a flat earther and we offend you,
tough.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a meme out there that says, change our minds, do it.
Yeah, because we've watched so many videos trying to. At first, we were approaching this with a perspective of, hey, there's a word that you're going to need to remember.
Perspective, yes. Look it up. We can define it if you'd like.
Trying to approach this from the perspective of, let's give them the benefit of the doubt here and try to understand this, or at least, at the very least, approach it with a neutral opinion. But once we got into it, we realized we can't.
No, there's no way we can.
It gave me a horrible headache just listening to it, let alone trying to understand it or empathize with it or anything.
Dictionary.com defines perspective as a particular attitude towards or way of regarding something, a point of view, or the art of drawing solid objects into two-dimensional surfaces to give the right impression of their height, weight, depth, and position in relation to each other when viewed in a particular point. We're not in art, but remember we do live in a 3D world.
Mm-hmm. So
the matter of your perspective is of utmost importance when dealing with this subject.
Mm-hmm. Now, when dealing with this topic, February 19th of 1990 is going to be a very important date.
We're going to refer to it.
And I'm going to tell you why here in just a few moments.
Yep. But keep that in the back of your head. Put a pin in it. We'll come back to it.
February 19th.
And actually, we're gonna come back to it really quick.
28 years ago.
The number one reason why people believe the Earth is flat is satellites just don't exist.
Satellites don't exist.
They're a bunch of hokum. They're CGI. They're holograms. They're just there. So, really?
Sputnik and
all the Apollo missions,
Hubble. Not real.
Not real at all. Also, the International Space Station's not real.
That's not real. Traveling into space is not possible.
Yeah, no.
It's never happened.
Gagarin didn't actually orbit the Earth. Neil Armstrong didn't go up into the Earth.
Even though there's like commercial flights to space now.
Yeah, that's a thing. You can book a commercial flight for $1 billion.
So all of those...
It's just chump change for us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
The show will be broadcast from the moon in the near future.
Yeah. That's how season 3 is going to start.
That's how season 3 is going to...
we're having... The studio is being built now. Chocolate Milk Moon Base is being built now as we speak. But yeah, so all of the pictures we've had, the blue dot, that's Earth taken from Saturn. Taken from Saturn.
What did Carl Sagan say? The blue dot was the most important picture ever taken in human history, because it shows us all alone in the middle of space. But you know what else it shows? It shows the curve of Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure we just showed it picture, didn't we? Yeah.
And when was that picture taken?
The picture was taken in the 70s. Voyager. I wrote it down.
The moon
and I
landing
lost
was in the 60s, and we've had satellite. Sputnik went up in the 60s, and all of that type of stuff. But all of those pictures are Photoshop.
Yeah. Actually, the pale blue dot was taken on February 14th, 1990.
Oh.
Just a few
Just
days
5 days before the release of Photoshop.
So it couldn't happen.
So 30 years of fake photos coming out. Maybe I get the government had Photoshop.
Right. I mean, the government
before the public did.
Okay.
Obviously.
Okay. Yeah. Obviously, that's the thing. That's the biggest thing.
Back when even though my cell phone has more computing power than a computer did back then, when they were the size of a gymnasium.
So how many 4-inch floppy disks do you think would take to load that bad boy?
I don't even want to think
considering the original Photoshop was on like 10 CDs.
Right. Yeah.
Whoo, buddy. Here, we're just going to be installing this for the next 28 years.
So there you go.
At
That's
the 8
where
megs a second.
That was all. So all those space pictures from before February 19th, 1990. Those were all the beta version.
Beta version. Yeah, it was the alpha and the beta version of Photoshop. But yeah, I mean, the pale blue dot's the biggest thing. There are tons and tons of images from satellites that we know exist. In fact, you can go to www.inthesky.org, Satellite Pass, and you can actually go out and using this website, you can actually watch the satellites pass overhead.
You know,
a nice dark night.
Go on a clear, go outside, away from the city, on a clear night, and you can see satellites.
Yep.
It looks like just the same size as a star, except it's like booking it across the sky. Those are satellites.
Those are satellites.
They're there. Yep. They've crashed through the atmosphere. We can see them breaking apart in the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, those are just memes.
China just had a satellite not too long ago that caused a worldwide scare because of a satellite orbit degraded enough to enter the atmosphere, and nobody knew where it was going to land because it had a uranium battery. Mm-hmm. So luckily it broke up in the, billion square miles of the Pacific Ocean, but... Yeah. I digress. It was still a satellite. Yeah. The second reason why they say the Earth is flat...
Gravity doesn't exist!
I think Newton's calling.
Yeah.
Newton
was wrong. He was wrong.
Obviously he was wrong.
It all has to do with things being heavy or light.
Yeah, because one of the things they said in a video and on several papers I've read is that if gravity was such a strong force holding us down, why can fish swim?
Well, there's a thing called buoyancy.
Yeah, buoyancy. That's why you're lighter in water than...
You do believe in things like oxygen and, things like that, right? Because those go into floating. See, water is a liquid. There's 3 states that a thing can be in, and that's one of them?
Yes, it is.
we understand this, right? I just making you get that.
I understand that completely.
It's either a solid, a gas, or a liquid.
Yeah,
there's only 3 options, guys.
Yeah,
3 options.
We did pay attention. We're not experts in this field by any means.
No,
but we did pass.
But I did go to junior. I went to that was like junior high.
I tell you, these are we sat here, we watched videos for an hour and a half just prepping ourselves, and I swear to all that is high holy, I thought I was going to bleed out of my eyeballs. Yeah. Listening to some of these things.
Was trying to explain the fact. I'm hearing every word that's being said in this video, and it's basically it's kind of the same video as this, where someone's just giving these are the things, and I'm hearing what she's saying. Every word enters my ear, and then somewhere between my ear and my brain, it turned to just mush. To where I seriously had no idea what she just said, and I had to we had to watch each point twice.
Yep.
Because I seriously had no idea. It was so just ludicrous that I couldn't. It just
couldn't fathom.
It turned to noise by the time it hit my brain.
Okay, so there are several people in the history of our world, from Newton to Stephen Hawking, that have proven that gravity is real. Gravity is a thing. You can observe it. It's what keeps us on the planet. It is what keeps the planet tethered to the...
Everything is moving at a speed of, 9.1 kilograms per... 9 kilometers per meter, I believe it is.
I've got it written down. So 1,100 miles per hour is what the Earth is moving around the sun, which is pretty quick.
Yeah.
But gravity is the fact that it keeps us to the Earth. It keeps the moon to the Earth.
Because keep in
keeps
mind,
the Earth to the sun, and the sun to the center of the Milky Way galaxy.
Yeah.
That's gravity.
So I mean, keep in mind, you look around and you say, okay, I'm standing upright, but in reality, you're standing
you're tilted at like about a 22.5 degree angle.
I mean, you see the Earth from space, and you're looking.
But that's a perspective thing.
Yeah.
See how that goes? Yeah. The number 3 reason why flat earthers think the Earth is flat: NASA is a lie.
Yeah, and which we've already touched on here. But we got thousands of pictures from NASA. You got, and not just NASA, but every country has a space.
Japanese space
program.
agency. The Chinese have a space agency. The Indian country has a space. England, France, they all have space agencies, guys.
Yeah.
And again, if this was all some giant conspiracy,
who stands to benefits? The globe makers are actually the rulers of the world, the Illuminati.
Instead of
the
a
Illuminati
triangle, it's actually a cone, and you're looking at it from the bottom down.
Perspective. Hey, yeah, but yes, the globe making industry.
They are making a killing because of this.
Yes. For over 2,000 years, 2,518 years, everyone has been lying.
Your teachers have lied to you. Your own brain lies. I don't know.
Every government in the planet, every scientist in the planet, every intelligent person in the planet
is lying to you.
Lying. Okay,
the
sure.
The 6th grader you talk to is lying to you. Look, we could show you thousands upon thousands of pictures showing you that NASA's not a lie. Okay, it's a thing. If it was truly a lie, do you think it would have multi-billion-dollar budgets every year? I just really don't think so.
You can watch those rockets.
Yeah,
you can watch it. You can go there.
They're on YouTube in Cape Canaveral and places like that. Yeah.
But that actually brings us the photos. That brings us to point number 4 because all those photos. Also a lie because you can't see the curve.
You can't see a curve.
There's no curve in those pictures.
We went on to say, and we're going to say it again: perspective.
Hashtag that.
Hashtag that. If I could get a sphere, a basketball, the size of an aircraft carrier, and I could put a single ant on it, that ant would think it would be on flat ground.
Yeah.
Promise you.
The average person in the ideal conditions can see roughly 3.1 miles into the distance.
Mm-hmm.
However, and that is because of curvature. However, if you were actually standing on a flat plane, you would be able to see a single candle burning from 30 miles away.
Oh, but wait, we took a photo that was 440 kilometers away. You know how he did that? See, he was steading when he took that photo about 19,000 feet up in the Pyrenees. So, perspective level, looking down, you can see that far. Yes, you can. If you don't believe me, go look at any kind of picture from the Himalayas, and you can see literally for hundreds of square miles around that point.
Or any number of videos, or like this one.
All right, stand up on the exterior step. Keep your head down. Release the helmet tie-down strap. Start the cameras. And our guardian angel will take care of you.
That is, of course, the Red Bull Stratosphere jump. That's just a dude with like a really cool balloon that went way up into the stratosphere, and then he jumped. And you can clearly see from any number of videos that he's running there. Look at that nice curved horizon there.
But no, it wasn't a lie, because you know why we can say it was a lie? Because we actually have audio from him talking the way down. Yeah. So Bumgarner was in on it.
Well, yeah, obviously.
He was in on it.
And but those cameras, see, because the camera lens is round, and that's why it looks curved out there, is because it's round.
But wait, our camera lens is curved.
You notice, like, once he gets to a certain point, suddenly things start to kind of flatten.
Yeah, once he gets down a little bit, and
you want to know why that is? are small. The Earth is very big.
Yep.
You can't see far. I watched this interview a little while ago where these guys were like, well, we did a laser test over this lake. Well, the lake is massive, so we couldn't do the whole lake. So we did a 12-kilometer test, a laser test.
Where we could see from one shore to the other shore.
Yeah.
You know why you couldn't see? Here's the trick.
It's flat.
You can actually go onto Lake Michigan and look over the breadth of Lake Michigan from Navy Pier, because I've done this, and you can see the curve of the Earth.
You can go out on a clear night and actually see the stars moving. In a
if you're really patient,
very
you can.
domed out circle.
That's why when you take those long exposure photos of the night, you see the star trails.
Oh, you mean like the sun and the moon rising and setting?
Like
at
that.
Opposite ends of the horizon. Yeah. It's funny how that happens.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, it's totally. The number 5 reason why people say the Earth is flat is airplanes and helicopters. They would just fly off into space.
Yeah. Now,
to
me, it seems like that their theory would actually make them fly into space, because eventually they're going to fly past their big wall that they've got, which we'll talk about that here in a little bit. So you would kind of need to not fly straight, in order for that to happen.
So their viewpoint is you got to fly with the nose down. That way you don't rocket off past the point of trajectory. Well, they don't have to do that. You know why they don't have to do that? Again, it goes back to what you said. Yeah. They're small on a big globe and gravity.
In fact, there's been a number of people in the past that both planes, other flying things that have flown around the Earth. You know how they did that? They pretty much just went straight until they got back to where they came from. Funny how that happens.
Lindbergh, Emil Earhart.
Well,
most of the way. Number 6, flat horizon must equal flat Earth. No! Perspective. You're small.
Earth
there are
big.
things in the way.
Hashtag you small, Earth big.
There you go. We're going to leave it right there because we got to jump into number 7. We got to jump right into number 7.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Forests aren't real.
Forests
aren't real.
Yeah.
Did you know that, like, 2,000 years ago, this great calamity came upon the Earth and wiped everything out?
It wiped out the entire biosphere of Earth was just obliterated just a few thousand years ago. But when man was already here.
Yeah, like 2,000 years ago. Let's see, that would have been Christ.
Yeah.
The Middle Ages. So why are the pyramids are still here?
Yeah, I know, right?
We're here.
It only wiped out the biosphere. Which, you know what my favorite part of that sentence is? It wiped out the biosphere. Shouldn't it be the bioflat?
So when you go out and you look at things, Spoo, you're not really seeing trees. No, those forests, though, they're not forests at all.
Well, see, and what they're saying is that those trees are actually just, they're 20-meter high bushes.
Giant bushes.
Yeah.
So the redwood trees are just 100-meter bushes.
So why that makes any sense, or why that has anything to do with Earth being flat, I don't know.
So if those are bushes, how big were the trees to begin with?
Oh, ginormous.
So if you climb to the top of one of those ginormous trees, do you think you could see the curve of the Earth?
Well, no, because it's flat.
Oh,
God, get with it.
I know, right?
Jeez.
Number 8, the wall of ice.
The White Walkers are coming. Winter is coming. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Yeah, I don't really know how to explain this to you. There is no wall of ice.
Yes, there is. I watched that show.
It's fantasy. You understand fantasy, right?
What do you mean, fantasy?
Like Lord of the Rings is Lord of the Rings didn't actually.
That's a historical movie.
Oh God, child. Anyway, there is no wall of ice. There is no plane that is keeping the water. And
the great thing is they even stand by the fact that there are guards at this wall that prevent people from going over it.
This hundreds of meters tall wall of ice that are hundreds of meters thick.
Show me this wall.
Yeah,
Show me these guards.
I want to see actual footage of these guards. You know why you can't? Because any plane that flies over the South Pole flies over the continent of Antarctica, not a wall of ice.
Yeah. And then they come back up the other side. It's funny how that works.
No, I want you to brace yourself. I want you to
Oh.
hold on tight.
Oh my gosh.
The sun, as you know it, is a lie.
We're all going to die.
We're all going to die. If it was this close, we are. We would.
The sun is 93 million miles away from Earth.
And it takes 8.5 minutes for the light from the sun to hit your eye.
Yeah.
But according to flat earthers, the sun is a mere but toasty
3,000 miles away. Now, let's put this in perspective. We, of course, live here in Springfield, Missouri.
Smack center of the country.
Yeah, pretty darn close to the center of the country. It is 3,600 miles for us to drive from here to Anchorage, Alaska. 3,600 miles. That's 600 miles further away than the sun! What?
But it all makes sense when you think the sun's just a mere 32 miles wide.
Okay. Well,
So let me put it even in any more perspective for you. If the sun, knowing gravity, because
hold on, just keep talking. I need something. I'll be right
because
back.
gravity exists. Gravity's a thing, right? Gravity happens. If the sun was just a mere 32 miles away, the intense amount of gravitational pull that we'd have would liquefy and spaghettify everything.
Yeah, you were saying?
Oh, you?
Did you want something? I can get you something.
We might need some fortification. But anyway, the gravitational pull on something that small would pull us all into strings of atoms. Just use some common sense, do some math. And here we go. And the other reason why the sun can't possibly... Wow, thank you. Oh, wow, that is amazing.
We're going
to need some of the fortification here. Because their reasoning for the sun being so small is because if it was on a globe, there would be places that would be in total darkness during the year.
Shine a flashlight on a piece of paper from straight ahead and then from the side and see what happens.
Yes. But wait, there actually are places on the planet Earth that do experience total darkness.
Yeah.
The one of it is called Tromsø?
Tromsø, Norway. Every May through July, the sun doesn't set at all. And then the day, it starts actually.
Normal days,
it starts in November actually, where the sun goes down from November to January. From that point, the days get longer and longer and longer. The nights get shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter until May. Sun just stays up for 3 months.
That could only happen on a globe.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If your sun was a mere 3,000 miles away, orbiting a flat disk,
making a circle,
we would be in daylight all the time. There would be no nighttime. There wouldn't be. I'm sorry.
And the Earth would, or the sun would basically kind of move into a circle around the sky, not
kind
up
of this
and
big
then down.
figure eight type thing that happens. And number 10.
This one's my favorite.
This is the thing. The Zeltiki method.
No, it's the Zetetic.
Zetetic method.
Zetetic, because it sounds like pathetic.
It just tells you whatever your senses tell you is true.
If you believe something, then it's true.
Yeah.
If you feel it,
we have a counteraction
it's true.
for that. We call it the show method.
Yeah, and basically that's where you remember the movie Billy Madison, where he had to go back to elementary school. We believe that that's what you need to do too.
Yeah.
And since we believe it,
it's true. So guys, we could have got in and really chewed up this episode a lot, but we really don't want to give these flat earthers much more time than they deserve, and they deserve zero time.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on the whole flat earth thing? Drop that in the comments below.
Yeah, and while you're at it, go ahead and follow us across our social media platforms. This is good, by the way.
I haven't tried that.
Yeah, that one's good. It's the Facebook, the Instagram, and the Twitter.
Oh, it's just original. That's
that's the private stock. Yeah, and while you're on the YouTubes watching us, because that's what you're doing right now, go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you know when we upload. Ooh, it's got a really nice smell. Yeah, it does.
You can also get yourself one of these.
Yeah, that's right.
Just stop by our Facebook page. You got that over there? I think.
Right there it is.
And you can just send us a private message there letting us know what size you need, what color you would like the shirt, and what color you would like the text as well. Pretty much multiple options there.
Self-explanatory,
Yeah. We'll get that process started for you. The short sleeve shirts are $20, long sleeve $22. Pick up one of our nice and toasty hoodies for $25.
That's right.
Because cold weather is here. It's supposed to snow tonight.
Tomorrow is our favorite day of the week, and we're going to need a little bit of mind numbness after this episode.
I don't want to drink on camera, so we'll see you then.
Hey guys, I'm going to try to get this trending on Twitter. Hashtag Russian clips of the day.
Зайди в будку. Дверь закрывай. Дверь закрой, сказал.
Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and if you liked what you see, go ahead and click on our faces to go ahead and subscribe to get all of our Monday through Friday stuff.
Indeed, and here's a couple of links down below that you can follow to watch more shows like it. Tons of great content right here at Scallywag Productions. We'll see you tomorrow.